So we just wanted to say a couple thank yous to everybody for the show. So first off, I want to say thank you to the artistic crew for all of this. Next, I wanted to thank all the parents that helped out, Mrs. Scamali, Mrs. Burgett, and Mrs. Bendel, so thank you. Next, I wanted to thank Mr. Kakamo for doing our sets. Did an amazing job. And I wanted to thank the creative team, Mrs. Cortez, for helping out with everything throughout the show, through rehearsals, makeup, lines, and encouragement. So, Ms. Cortez. Next, Mrs. Firerobin for doing all of the artwork with the artistic group. Miss Galotto for doing our makeup. And last but certainly not least, our director, Miss Tompkins.
If you wouldn't mind indulging us for a minute, we'd like to keep you here a few minutes longer. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Brendan Dabbs. I teach 5th grade band up at the middle school. I've had the privilege of working with this amazing woman here for the last 14 years of my life. And it has been just an amazing experience to be around her, to have learned from her, to have been part of the shows. You may recognize me as Coach Bolton from High School Musical. The fame went straight to my head and I ended up back here, so we wanted to take a minute here to acknowledge Kathy Tompkins and the career that she's had here at OHMS. She's leaving us this year. This is her final show with us. We would like to take a minute here to revisit some of the previous shows. She's done 10 here in her time. This is no small undertaking. I was talking with my wife about this earlier today. If you think about the average size of the cast of every show and multiply that by 10, that is a legion of kids that she... More than 10? Okay, somebody told me 10. It's kind of stuck. Is that it? Learn that. That's an army of kids. And when she brought up the idea of retiring a couple years ago, when the conversation started, immediately I had just an incredibly selfish thought, which was, please don't go before my son gets an opportunity to be in one of your shows. Being Coach Bolton was the scariest thing I've ever done, and I've done some scary things in my life. I hemmed and hawed for a long time about accepting the role, and it was never about the time or, you know, giving up, coming to rehearsals or anything like that. I didn't want to let her down, and I wanted to do justice to a character in one of her shows, and it was just an honor to be associated with that. Just a gifted human being. If you can get a 14-year-old 8th grade boy in hair curlers and a dress, I watched all the Harry Potter movies. Dumbledore couldn't do that. So that speaks just volumes of what she's been able to accomplish. So, without further ado, and any more talking from me, we would like to bring back some of the cast and crew from previous shows. And we have a special guest this evening joining us from one of your first shows, Music Man. We'd like to bring up, doing what we've dubbed the Tompkins Megamix, Mr. Nick Godzak. Nick has created an arrangement for us this evening of music from some of the musicals that we've done. And we've invited kids who have participated in previous musicals to come on up and join us here. We'd like to also thank Lauren Bendel for the artwork on the posters that you're about to see. So going all the way back to 2002, Guys and Dolls Jr. We brought the throne for you to sit on so that you can... Yeah. 2004, Godspell. I feel like I'm on hold. We'll be with you shortly. Thank you for calling. 2006, Music Man. Before we get to the next show, one of the actors in that show, Kevin Fagan, has rewritten one of the songs from that for you. And to the tune of Till There Was You, I offered to do my best Dean Martin and croon up here for you, but I'll just read you the words, and you can imagine the music in your head. There were songs on the stage, but I never heard them singing. No, I never heard them at all. But I never heard them. Yeah, I got it. Till there was you. There were crews in the wings, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all. We're not singing. Till there was you. I'm a music teacher. And there was music, and there were harmonized voices that tell me company numbers at West Hill, yet still, hang on, next slide. It's all via text. There's applause all around, but I never heard it ringing. No, I never heard it at all till there was you. Once on this island. There were a lot of students that could not be here this evening that wanted to very much, that sent some words along. And I'm trying to keep them in order here as part of the musicals. This first letter is from Claire Rathbun. Incredibly talented human being, went on to actually star in the reboots of Cats on Broadway. So, guys, if you're thinking that, oh, it's just a middle school show, it's a launching pad for you, and she's proof. Dear Mrs. Tompkins, first of all, I want to say how badly I wish I could be there tonight. Congratulations on an incredible career with the West Hill Music Department. I know my time spent at West Hill with you formulated the whole trajectory of my life. Music classes and rehearsals were what I looked forward to every day. Learning about Wicked in class, performing in Once on This Island, and staying after school just to hang out with you in the music room were some of my earliest memories of knowing I have to have music and theater in my life. Your warm and nurturing spirit and how you treated each student as your own child is something none of us will ever forget. To this day, you not only keep in touch, I still feel that same love and support after 11 years have passed. You are truly one of a kind, Mrs. Tompkins. West Hill is so incredibly blessed to have had you. Your dedication, hard work, and light will surely be missed. You have taught us, especially those of us in Once on this Island, that our lives become the stories that we weave. And we tell this story for you. Thank you, Clara Rathbun. Oh, my acting debut with the Tompkins musicals, 2010, Bugsy Malone. Another letter here. This is from a group of students, 3 sisters. I also had the privilege of teaching these kids, amazing family in the district. Mrs. Tompkins, how the years have flown. It seems just like yesterday you opened our hearts to music and what it meant to be part of a musical. It wasn't just learning about music choreography and rehearsals, but it was about becoming a team and working together to create an amazing outcome. You taught us about hard work, determination, and most of all, having fun. Thank you for all of the memories and for being our first step on the West Hill stage. You have left a wonderful legacy at West Hill and you will be missed more than you know. We wish you all the best during your next journey. Lots of love, Megan, Marissa, and Dominique DeMattis. 2012 Fiddler on the Roof. Another letter here. This is from actually the lead in Fiddler on the Roof. Dear Mrs. Tompkins, I'm sorry I can't make your final middle school musical tonight. I'm actually working on a show as we speak. I'm now a theater major, which I probably wouldn't be doing if you hadn't opened that door years ago. Thank you so much for all you did. I'm currently slated to be working as a fight director as well as an actor this summer. You set me on this journey when I was just an awkward 14-year-old. If you know this individual, he describes himself very well. Even then, you instilled in me a work ethic and passion for acting that have served me well. You have always had a wonderful talent in the fact that you can make 50 kids care very deeply about art and teach them the vast importance of what theater can do. You will always be the person I think of when I think of where my inspiration came from. Congratulations, L'chaim. Emmett Wickersham. "2014 Seussical." They're not going anywhere. I have a microphone. Another letter here. Mrs. Tompkins was one of my favorite teachers throughout all of school. She truly loved what she did and was so clear to all her students. She initiated a love of musical theater in me when she taught us about Wicked, West Side Story, and Carmen. And I continue to love music and musical theater. I hope she truly enjoys retirement. She deserves it. Katie Doucette, class of 2011 in music. 2016 High School Musical. Musical has gotten a lot taller than the last time I saw him. Son! I could not do that. I tormented that poor child during that entire musical. Everywhere I saw him, in the halls and everywhere. 2017 Fame! 2018 Guys and Dolls. 'Before we get to our last and final show, before we wrap this up here, I have got one more letter here. This one's gonna be a tough one. Having had the same experience here at West Hill of teaching my own child in my classroom, having had that opportunity to be a parent and a teacher at the same time, is an incredible opportunity that I can't even begin to describe to you or for you. This letter is from a student you gave birth to. The subject is Letter to Mom, and it should be subtitled Get the Tissue Ready. This is from Kara. If you don't know Kara, Kara's out in California right now, and she sent this along for this evening. I've attended school for about 20 years of my 20-something-year life. Over the span of those 2 decades, only a select group of teachers and mentors have made their mark on my journey. I have to say that you are one of them. Not just for what you've done for me, but for what I have had the joy of witnessing you do for all of your students over the years. And okay, some may say I'm being biased here, because I not only have the pleasure of calling you my former teacher, but I also have the most sincere pleasure of calling you my mom. Listen, Mom, you and I both know that having me as a student in your classroom wasn't always the easiest. LOL, capital letters. It certainly presented its challenges. I think you even sent me to the principal's office one time, question mark, ha ha ha. Oh, don't start crying, I mean, you're gonna make it. That was 15 years ago. I forgive you, but no, seriously, I still to this day, 3,500 miles away in California, tell people about how great of a teacher you are to your students. It's been one of the highlights of watching you throughout my life, seeing how incredibly well you treat all of these kids. You've been a wonderful example for me in how to treat people. I will never know how, for decades, you were able to not only handle but teach such large groups of 10 to 13-year-olds at one time. I couldn't do it. So my hat has always gone off to you for that. But that's not why I look up to you so much as a teacher or a human. You are not like a lot of other teachers I have experienced. You are unique in the best way. Music is an incredible escape, but you have provided far more than music to your students over the years. You've been a listener, a mentor, a counselor, a shoulder to cry on, and a friend. Students who feel they don't fit in anywhere else or are having a tough time at home seek comfort in you because you have provided a safe space for them to do so. That right there is priceless. School is not always about a multiple choice or an essay question. A lot of the learning that takes place, especially in middle school, is about discovering oneself. You provide a nurturing space for kids to do so, to unapologetically be themselves with no judgments. That is truly a beautiful thing. As intelligent or knowledgeable as a teacher can be, you can't teach a teacher to be invested like you have been. You can't teach them to care on such a personal level. You care, and I know that you have left a permanent mark on endless amounts of students. You'll never know how much I admire you and what you do. You are truly an incredible human being, and those hallways have been beyond lucky to be graced by my mom for so many years. I know you will be missed at that school. Thank you for being one of the greats, and congratulations on your retirement. I can't even believe this moment is here. I'm so incredibly happy for you, and looking forward to this next chapter of your life. Cheers to you, Mom. I love you so much. Kara. Before we go ahead and give these kids one more round of applause here, I just want to say on a personal level, it's not often that you get to publicly express your feelings for somebody. I've been with West Hill for 14 years, and 14 years ago, I met this incredible woman who welcomed me, made me feel immediately at home, and over the next 14 years developed an incredible friendship with. She's more than my colleague, she's a confidant. She's someone who cracks me up like nobody else can. I'm a little worried about the time she's spending in retirement because I'm already not as good at words with friends as she is, and she's killing me, so I worry about that extra time there. I love you, we all love you. We're so incredibly all grateful to have been a part of this, a part of you, and a part of everything that you have brought to these kids and to us over these many, many years. Without further ado, our final musical, Hairspray. Thank you again to Nick Godzak for providing the Megamix this evening. Many thanks behind the scenes to Mrs. Burgett, Mrs. Stramali, and Mrs. Bendel for putting this all together. I know they're going to kill me now, but that's tough. They deserve the credit for putting this all together. Thank you, all of you, for being here this evening to take part in this. Thank you so much.